Imagine you're standing in Las Vegas on April 30th, 1996. A 1,249-foot tower, the tallest freestanding observation tower in the United States, has just risen, tearing through the sky and redefining the skyline. That was the Stratosphere, opening in grand fashion to 8,000 VIP guests with a spectacular 6-minute fireworks display. It wasn't just a hotel, it was a bold statement. The future of Vegas is here. Now, fast forward to today, 2025. Nearly 30 years later, same place. The tower still stands, but the feeling is completely different. Its former glory has been overshadowed by new, multi-billion-dollar giants. Revenue has plummeted. Parent company Golden Entertainment reported a 4% revenue decrease in 2024 after adjusting for sold properties, reflecting the challenges the Strat faces. The vibrant energy of the Strip seems to stop miles away. Once a symbol of the future, it has suddenly become a relic of the past. So, what happened? How did the Strat, once the pride of Las Vegas, fall into a desperate battle for survival? This isn't just a story about a declining hotel. It's a warning that any icon, no matter how great, can become obsolete. The Strat is surrounded by competitors worth a combined total of exactly $10.3 billion, the $4.3 billion Resorts World, the $3.7 billion Fontainebleau, and the $2.3 billion Sphere. But the real problem runs deeper than money. There is a hidden truth, an underlying crisis that has been eating away at the Strat from the inside. Just 1 year after its grand opening, it filed for bankruptcy in 1997. Today, we're digging down to its very foundations to expose the 3 core reasons pulling it down. If you want the naked truth behind the glitzy lights of Vegas, this is a story you won't want to miss. The Strat's struggles are not a sudden event. They are the result of decades-old problems, dating back to its very foundation. Let's count down the 3 fatal factors that have pushed the Strat into a corner. Reason 3. The curse of location. The first and most obvious factor is its location. The Strat Hotel, Casino and Tower suffers from an undeniable curse of location, severely impacting both its gaming and non-gaming revenue. Technically, it isn't even on the official Strip. Clark County defines the Strip as ending at Sahara Avenue, and the Strat lies just north of that line, in the city of Las Vegas. It's like an island, isolated from the river of energy, where tourists walk between core resorts like Bellagio, Caesars, and Cosmopolitan. The distance is a huge physical and psychological barrier. From the Strat to the center of the Strip, where Bellagio is located, is 3 miles, 4.8 kilometers, a walk that takes over 30 minutes. Even taking the Deuce bus takes up to 22 minutes. To get there, visitors must pass through the Naked City area, a historically underdeveloped neighborhood with a higher crime rate, further reducing the appeal of walking. No one casually drops by. The Strat. Visiting is always a deliberate decision. This curse originates with its founder, Bob Stupak, who chose this cheap plot of land in 1973 and, despite warnings, built the tower, leading to massive losses and a bankruptcy filing just 1 year after opening due to a lack of foot traffic. Impact on gaming revenue. This isolated location has devastated casino revenue. This business segment, which typically accounts for the majority of total revenue, is heavily dependent on impromptu visits. Lacking the heavy foot traffic of the Central Strip, the Strat's casino revenue has dropped significantly. The 4% revenue decline for Golden Entertainment in 2024, after adjusting for sold properties, shows the difficulty in attracting players. It cannot retain high rollers or benefit from the impulsive bets of tourists strolling from one resort to another. Despite having an 80,000 square foot casino with 750 slot machines and 44 tables, The Strat struggles to compete when its main target is budget-conscious players who must intentionally drive there. Even after being rescued by Carl Icahn in 1998 with a strategy focused on low-stakes machines, its revenue remained just a fraction of the Strip's total casino earnings. Impact on non-gaming revenue. The non-gaming revenue stream, including the hotel, restaurants, thrill rides, and events, has been hit even harder. Hotel revenue decreased in 2024, with the average daily rate, ADR, at only about $80, among the lowest on the Strip. Overall occupancy reached just 75% in the fourth quarter of 2024, while hotels in the Central Strip regularly achieve 90% or higher. Revenue from thrill rides on the tower's top, like Sky Jump, also fell because fewer tourists happened to stop by. It's over a 30-minute walk from Wynn. Restaurants, including the famous Top of the World, have also lost spontaneous diners, forcing them to rely on low-price promotions. For comparison, Central Strip resorts can generate over 50% of their revenue from non-gaming sources like shows and pools, while the Strat only reaches about 25–30%. A general tourism slowdown in Las Vegas in early 2025 has only worsened this geographical barrier. Reason 2. The unbalanced fight. If the locational isolation was a serious problem, the rise of new neighbors on the North Strip has turned it into an unbalanced fight. The Strat is now surrounded by 3 giant competitors with a total investment exceeding $10 billion that are completely redefining the standard for luxury and high-tech. First is Resorts World, which opened in June 2021 at a cost of $4.3 billion. The most expensive resort ever built in Las Vegas. Spanning 88 acres, it is a mini-city with 3,500 hotel rooms under 3 Hilton brands, a 117,000-square-foot casino, over 40 restaurants, and a 5.5-acre pool complex. Targeting the international and Asian markets, Resorts World quickly generated impressive revenue. Next is Fontainebleau, a $3.7 billion project, revived and opened in December 2023. As the tallest hotel in Nevada, it offers 3,644 rooms with the largest standard rooms on the Strip, a 150,000-square-foot casino, and the 6-acre Oasis pool deck. Reviews praise its mid-century elegance, which has helped it maintain high room occupancy. And one cannot forget the Sphere, a $2.3 billion technological marvel that opened in September 2023. With its interior and exterior covered in LED screens, it captured the world's attention with U2's concerts and the film Postcard from Earth. This $10.3 billion total has created a new battleground in the North, pulling a large portion of Vegas's 40+ million annual visitors out of the Strat's orbit. So how did the Strat respond? Their efforts were like bringing a dagger to a cannon fight. In 2019, after being acquired by Golden Entertainment for $850 million in 2017, the Stratosphere was renamed and underwent some renovations. However, these changes were too minor to make a difference. Room occupancy in Q2 2025 was only 69%, down from 73% the previous year. An attempt to draw audiences by hiring entertainer Terry Fader also failed. His show had to close early in September 2025 due to low ticket sales. Meanwhile, its new rivals are hosting blockbuster concerts and international events. With only 2,527 rooms and one of the lowest average room rates on the Strip, the Strat lacks the scale and appeal to retain tourists. Golden Entertainment's Q2 2025 revenue was only $164 million, a 3% decrease from the same period last year. Clear evidence that minor efforts cannot save it from the pressure of its billion-dollar competitors. And reason number 1, the core problem, the identity crisis. This is the most critical question for any Vegas resort. Who are you? Wynn sells luxury. Caesars sells Roman grandeur. Circus Circus sells a cheap family experience. So what does the Strat sell? This is a dangerous question because there is no clear answer. The Strat Hotel, Casino and Tower is truly experiencing a prolonged brand identity crisis, lacking a clear market position. This ambiguity has left it stuck in the middle and led to declining revenue. Brand identity history. From ambition to ambiguity. This crisis stems from its founder. Under Bob Stupak, 1996, the Stratosphere's identity was gimmicky audacity. It was an iconic dream with tricks like a $1 million slot machine, a gambling museum, and of course, the 1,149-foot observation tower, a declaration of the future of Vegas. But Stupak sold a dream without focusing on the casino experience or luxury. Combined with its disastrous location in the naked city, it led to huge losses and forced a bankruptcy filing in 1997. Then, billionaire Carl Icahn rescued it in 1998 with a completely opposite strategy, turning the Strat into the best value on the Strip. This was a clear and successful identity. With the lowest room rates in the area, around $50–80, and a focus on budget-conscious players, the Strat became a cheap and cheerful destination. This strategy worked, helping revenue grow steadily and keeping room occupancy high. But that identity has faded under the current owner, Golden Entertainment. After acquiring it for $850 million in 2017, they rebranded it to The Strat in 2019 and spent $140 million on renovations, launching a massive Strat Rising campaign. This rebirth effort aimed to create a sense of fun and excitement, but it was too vague. It diluted the value identity without elevating it to the luxury segment. The result was a setback, with Golden's overall Nevada casino resort revenue declining in Q4 2024, and the Strat's midweek room occupancy also falling. Not luxurious enough, nor the best budget option. The result of this ambiguity is that the Strat is stuck. It tries to be a little bit of everything and ends up not truly standing out anywhere. It is not high-end enough to compete. Its average room rate of about $80 is just a fraction of the $300 or $400 or more at Wynn or Fontainebleau. It lacks Michelin-starred restaurants or world-class spas. Its 80,000-square-foot casino also struggles to retain high rollers compared to Resorts World's 117,000-square-foot casino. But it is also no longer the top budget choice. Resorts like Circus Circus or Excalibur are even cheaper, with average rates of $60–$70 and a clear positioning for families. The Strat's remote location reduces its appeal to travelers seeking an economical yet convenient option. Efforts to attract audiences with shows have also failed, highlighted by entertainer Terry Fator's show, which had to close early at the end of 2025 due to low ticket sales. This ambiguity makes it invisible in the minds of tourists. LVCVA surveys show that visitors easily associate Wynn with luxury or Caesars with grandeur, but can only link the Strat with one clear feature: the tower and the thrill rides. TripAdvisor reviews reflect this, with comments like, "Less vibrant? Don't know what to choose here." Over the past 5 years, revenue has consistently struggled because it has become invisible in the plans of the more than 40 million tourists who visit Vegas each year. While its North Strip rivals have sharp identities, Resorts World is Asian luxury, Fontainebleau is neoclassical elegance, and Sphere is a high-tech entertainment icon. The Strat has no compelling story to tell. It is just a place with a little of everything: a tower, a budget casino, and some thrill rides. But it leads in no segment, becoming overshadowed by its billion-dollar neighbors who are redefining the future. The Strat's story is a symptom of the cheap Vegas model slowly dying as rising fees and prices make its traditional customer base feel left behind. But the pressure from investors is another story. The Strat's parent company, Golden Entertainment, is in the middle of a massive financial restructuring. They are considering a complex deal, selling all of the Strat's real estate and other casinos to a trust, and then leasing back the same facilities to operate them. For visitors, nothing changes. But for the business world, this is a defensive move. It shows the heavy burden of debt. Instead of raising billions to compete head-on, this strategy focuses on stabilizing the books. While its competitors are building the future, the Strat seems to be busy securing its own financial survival. So, what does the future hold for the Strat? Looking at the three core problems, the situation looks bleak. It is still isolated, overshadowed by billion-dollar rivals, and has yet to answer the question, who am I? Its parent company's strategy is also focused only on financial safety. However, there is still a glimmer of hope. The rise of the North Strip, with Resorts World and Fontainebleau, could eventually pull foot traffic northward, creating a spillover effect that the Strat could benefit from. And after the financial restructuring, new leadership might invest more strategically. They don't need to become the most luxurious place. Instead, they could return to Carl Icahn's successful formula, becoming the place that offers the best value on the Strip. A clean, modern experience at a reasonable price, aimed directly at the middle-class segment that the ultra-luxury resorts are unintentionally ignoring. The Strat's story is a bitter reminder of how quickly Las Vegas changes. Past success does not guarantee a future. Even the tallest tower can become small if it doesn't know where it's reaching. For now, it still stands, an icon on the skyline, waiting to see if the city's energy will find its way to its door, or if it will pass it by forever. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think the Strat can turn things around? Will the new developments in the north help or hurt it? Share your opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.